just so good, so aware. In possession on the right side is Oobs. Oobs plays it up the right side, trying to make Wadsworth run for it. Wadsworth already has 1 goal on the night. She drops it back in the midfield to Chapman. Chapman plays it further to the left to Mistowski. She is dispossessed in the midfield, and here come the 10.
Right past center line, trying to come up the left-hand side. Brenna was fouled.
Gulafak got that big frame in there. A little bit too hard, though. It's going to be a free kick for the visitors.
So we'll see what Brenna has in mind here. A couple of yards inside the attacking half. Takes out the 3-iron, tries to go with the short hop on the edge of the 18. Giselle on the turn.
Nice defending by Caitlin White. Gets a right foot in it. John forces Union back into their defensive midfield.
Gracie Wilson had possession. She gives it to Rebecca Truitt. Truitt's going to go from 35 wide of the near post. Rebecca Truitt, one of the more interesting stories attached to this Union 10 FC roster for Jordan Sinclair. Substitution coming in for Decatur FC, we think.
Yeah, it is. It'll be a goalkeeper change for the home team.
Goalkeeper number 30, Avery Heeb.
Avery Heeb
Avery Heeb from South Carolina Upstate. A little familiarity. I believe I called one of her games last season for Georgia State.
There you go.
And the University of Georgia Bulldog, Nikki Badun, taking a seat. I think we've seen all 3 goalkeepers so far this evening, John.
I think you're spot on.
Right now in possession in their own defensive third, Decatur FC. In no hurry, the clock is at their advantage. They have a 7-goal lead, 28.5 to go. Drew Dickinson, John Nelson broadcasting live from Decatur, Georgia. Opening night here, WPSL, Decatur FC welcoming in Union 10.
Union 10 had their first match of the season against Tallahassee Reckoning back last Sunday. 5-0 loss to the Reckoning. Getting ready for their matchup Wednesday the 28th against Gulf Coast United. Defense trying to hang on possession for a little bit. Brenna worked it out to the left-hand side. Kylie Hawara, rising senior at St. Luke's Episcopal in Mobile, Alabama. Go to the back line. Gracie Wilson wearing 9 in pink this evening.
Wadsworth putting pressure on John. She gets a foot in it. Gulafak lays it off to Wadsworth on the right side. She goes in the middle. Plano drops it back to Wadsworth. Excuse me, this is Mitowski. Now in possession over on the right side is Gulafak. She's got 1 pink shirt to beat. She tries to wrap around her on the left side and getting her right foot in, sliding over the goal line for a corner for the home team. Chasing that ball down will be Sydney Thibodeau. She'll take the corner, John.
Well done by Brenna there in defense to keep Gulafak from turning the corner.
Thibodeau will take the corner from the right side with the right foot, so it will in-swing. There are 4 black jerseys inside the 18. 1 at the top, waiting to pick up the trash. The ball's played in, header, cleared away off the 6. Long shot attempt from Wadsworth, deflected by Union 10, and the ball is bouncing around in the defensive third of Union 10, and back in possession are Decatur FC. Smitowski plays it out to the right side to Thibodeau. She's got 1 player to beat. She's dancing over the ball. She loses possession here, and Union 10 have the ball back deep in their own third, trying to climb out, John.
Well done by Brenna there.
And looks like we're going to have a corner. Nice pressure there from Thibodeau, forcing a corner. It's going to be from the same side. It will outswing from the right side as we look down onto the field. And again, 4, 5, now 6 black shirts awaiting this corner from Thibodeau. Thibodeau, defender or midfielder from Auburn University, plays it in, headed away by Union 10.
Giselle on the dribble, trying to get a couple of 360s and some fancy footwork to get away from all the trouble. Tries to send it out to the right-hand side, looking for Sarah Mason.
John, we have got a slew of substitutions.
It's a fire wagon change.
Here we go.
I've got 4 for Decatur FC and 2 for Union 10.
Jasmine Ferguson, number 4, checking in from Louisiana State University for the home team.
Looks like it's Ellie Moratakis, the Berry College commit, and the and Brenna.
I believe
Were
El
swapped
Shami is now playing back left. No, I apologize. That is Borgelt. She's now playing in that left center back position, or she'll probably stay. Yeah, she's going to stay central. She played the entire first 45 minutes in that number 6 position. She's looks like Campbell trusts her in the back, John. In possession going forward, Dylan Driver. She loses the ball. Here come Union FC. Lots of space in the middle, John, like we talked about.
Rebecca Truitt with a big 60-yard run.
6.
Nicely done on the pass to
Oh!
Hawara. Kylie Hawara with the goal, the rising senior at St. Luke's Episcopal, the midfielder for Union 10. Goal on the board for the visitors.
John,
But pinpoint to the far post and just under the crossbar, 7-1 now.
she takes the end line down the left side, looks up, sees the goalkeeper, and boy, does she get her knee over that ball. What a strike. Goalkeeper got her right hand up, but the pace on that ball, that was unsavable. 7-1, Decatur FC, 24 to go in the ball game. Decatur in possession over here on the right side with Oobs. She brings it back, lays it off to White. White brings it a little bit more centrally. Borgelt. She finds Bryant, far left side. Bryant takes a few touches, brings it back centrally to Contreras. She's got 2 goals on the night. She's dropped back playing more of a defensive midfielder role here in the last 25 minutes. Beautiful ball there from Borgelt.
Back on the pitch for Decatur FC.
Here comes Decatur FC. Ball is brought centrally, looking for Chapman. Chapman lets it ride, leaves it for El Shami. Nice step over, unbelievable step over. She crossed it with a little bend, bringing it outside. Ball's brought down to 6. Shot deflected, and it's going to go out for a corner. Beautiful play there from Decatur FC. El Shami brings it down the right side. Beautiful step over, gets the cross in, deflected, out for a corner for the home team.
Thibodeau will take the corner. A lot of pink shirts on the edge of the 6 and protecting. Coming up on 23 minutes to go, right hand in the air.
Here we go. Corners played in from Thibodeau. In-swinger off the 6, couple of bounces. Looks like it's going to take a deflection off Decatur FC, and it will be a goal kick for the visitors.
Fans, make sure to mark your calendars for Friday, July 19th.
Another corner. What's that, the third, fourth corner in the last 5 minutes for the home team?
Presented by the City of Decatur.
Been interesting to see for Coach Chapman, you know, how things have kind of, regardless of what wave has come in, everything seems to be flowing initially, starting out in the 3-4-3 as we looked at it in the first 45 minutes. And so far, the interchangeable parts have worked really well for Decatur FC.
Absolutely. And interchangeable as Decatur puts a ball through, trying to find 8. Thibodeau still hungry. Just 22 minutes to go. You know, John, to piggyback off what you said, you're exactly right. It's plug and play. Like we said, Borgelt played 45 minutes in the number 6 position in the first half. Here she is, 20 minutes to go in the second half, playing in the left center back position, and as if it's at home for her. So very, very nice to see, you know, Coach Chapman, he was standing up for the first 45 minutes. I don't think he stood up the entire second half, so. Decatur trying to work some quick, easy passes in the defensive third of Union FC. Read it fairly well, and they're on the attack.
Looking for Giselle, too much on the pass, ends up going all the way back inside for Avery Heeb, and she'll start things back up under 21 and a half to go with a 6-goal advantage.
Here comes Carly Borgelt, lays it out to the left side. Ania Collier, she's got a goal tonight from her left center back position here. Bring the ball centrally, lots of space. Borgelt finds Thibodeau, who is on her bike. She's got El Shami cutting in from that right side. Beautiful maneuver here. Left foot shot. She didn't get all of it behind it as it sails wide right. John, do you see that diagonal run from the right side from El Shami? I don't think Thibodeau saw her, but what a run, what movement.
Then cutting it up against, cutting it to her left foot, getting around Martha and Grubbs, the McGill-Tulin product. Ends up going wide of the near post. Coming up on 20 and a half to go, 7-1, once again Decatur in the ascendancy.
Thibodeau finds Chapman. Chapman trying to move the ball towards her left, and she is dispossessed, cleared away big time by the visitors. Throw in half field for Ania Collier. The University of Virginia Cavalier goes right down the line. Nice reception, nice turn from Plano. Lays it off on the inside of the feet of Driver. Driver's got space top of the 18. If that ball wasn't deflected off her teammate, that was going in the back of the net for the 8th goal of the evening. Nice reception, nice turn, and we got some Union subs, John.
Sarah Mason looks like she's checking out. And it looks like Mia Palumbo, the Georgia College product, is checking out as well. So we'll see what the check-in is. If we've got the check-out, we'll take the check-in, see what we got here, and see what it's going to look like for Jordan Sinclair. Some rearranging. Hawara now playing more of an advanced position in the attack. And it looks like Catherine Bell, wearing 8 in pink, has checked in.
Once again, that midfield has opened up a huge gap as, see John, back in possession here, top of the 18. Driver, left foot shot, diving to her right. Union FC goalkeeper making a great save.
Big save by BG there.
So in possession, Decatur FC in the second half right now go into a 3-4-3. Look out of possession. They drop into a back 4. So very, very interesting to see, and that's where the space opens up in the middle of the field. Back in possession are the home team. Chapman receives, turns. She finds El Shami on the right side. She brings it back centrally. Nice 1-2 between El Shami and Thibodeau. Lays it off to Driver. Driver tries to sneak through. She is dispossessed, and nice clearance here. Not enough, though. The ball finds itself back at the feet of Carly Oobs. Cincinnati Bearcat, nice 1-2 with Driver. Oobs taking the inline. She's got one person to beat, lays it across the middle. Driver trying to get a left foot on it, cleared away by Union. Back to the feet of Chapman. Emma Chapman, top of the 18, lays it off to El Shami. El Shami finds Thibodeau. Sydney inside the 18, just now outside the 18. Tries to find Oobs. Just weren't on the same page were the two ladies. And it'll be a throw-in for Union FC.
Just over 18 to go. First 7 on the board went to the home side. Then the Kylie Hawara rocket.
Little tangle up there in the middle of the park.
I think both teams were looking for the foul. Hawara was a part of that collision about 20 yards or 10 yards away from center line. Ends up with a foul call on Decatur FC.
Emma Chapman got stuck in just a little bit too heavy. As you see Decatur drop back into that back 4.
And it was what you had anticipated. You had anticipated it be 3-4-3 in attack, but a 4-4-2-ish, or at least a back 4 to start things off.
Yes.
When they were ready to defend what Union 10 was going to bring to the table.
And here we go, Decatur FC carrying the ball up the left side. Ania Collier, she looks hungry. She wants another one. Top of the 18 on the left side. Look at the speed as she carries the ball into the 18. That last touch on her right foot was just a bit too heavy. Nice save from the Union FC goalkeeper, John.
BG with the save there, but
BG.
you can see the speed going up against Rebecca Truitt.
Wow.
And Truitt trying to find a way to make sure that there was a little bit of space to kind of make the angle a little more difficult away from the near post. Ended up helping out a little bit for the save.
I think it was the only angle that she could have forced her to take. Contreras playing it through, finds the feet of Chapman. Chapman lays it off to Thibodeau. Thibodeau swings it further left. Wadsworth to Driver. Back to Wadsworth, just a bit too heavy, but she's able to save it. Maggie turns, drops it back to Thibodeau. Once again, lots of space in the midfield. And right now, Decatur FC can use this space and the clock at their advantage. Borgel switches it all the way over here to the right side. Oobs. Overlapping run from Chapman, beautifully done. Chapman down the right side. She's got 2 pink shirts in front. She cuts it back, finds the feet of Carly Oobs. Oobs switches it over to her left foot, plays it centrally to Driver. Driver lays it off to El Shami, to Thibodeau. Thibodeau tries to drop it back to Contreras, but beautifully defended there from Union FC central midfield, and here they come.
Giselle, 10 yards away from center line, wants to try and turn the corner to get away from Contreras, turned into a double team and a foul on Decatur FC.
Nice bit of footwork there, though, John.
Fire wagon change for Union 10. Looks like Giselle is exiting. Looks like Riley Kate Nam is exiting. It looks like Gracie Wilson is out. And trying to catch the fourth one. So, of course, they all turn their back simultaneously, and so trying to grab the fourth one, we'll figure it out as it gets integrated in. Olivia Leathers is in, wearing 12 in pink. And also has some numbers attached and no names, so it may just be like Special Agent number 4.
And no, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Back on the attack. Here come the home team. And looking for Maysoon El Shami was Plano. Just a bit too heavy once again. Knocked off El Shami, throw in for Union 10.
Madeline Bell wearing 6 in pink. First
Weak
touch
touch.
was there by
Yeah.
Olivia Leathers. Here comes DECATUR.
Driver, top right corner of the 18, cuts it into the central part, finds Thibodeau. Thibodeau goes back right. She beats another player, drops it off to El Shami. El Shami gets dispossessed right at the top of the 18, but the ball goes right back into the feet of Caitlin White. White switches it over to the left. And they're going to keep going. Emma Chapman. Chapman cuts it back centrally, finds Sydney Thibodeau. Thibodeau is immediately surrounded by 4 pink shirts, but she somehow is able to sneak out, finds Wadsworth. Wadsworth tried to cut it back on the inside, but she's dispossessed in the top right corner of the 18, and here come Union 10.
Leathers to Lena Azizi. Azizi drops it back. Azizi tried to get the return pass. Too much on it. Once again, here comes DECATUR.
Beautiful through ball from Thibodeau. Driver in the 18 once again, and knocked off Driver. It's going to be a goal kick. Union 10 once again.
Well done by Martha Ann Grubbs, wearing 2 in pink, the McGill-Tulin product. Making sure once again that you have El Shami unable to turn the corner. And so it's something that we've seen from DECATUR, where they're coming in the inside channel down the attacking left, up and over the top.
Trying to expose that back line.
And that is well outside the 18.
Oh, wow.
13:09 and counting. Yellow card for Avery Heeb.
Heeb came extremely excitedly, if that's a word, out
Well,
of the goal.
it's a double adverb.
Okay. And
How? Extremely excitedly. So it's an adverb with emphasis.
incredible. And I'm going to use it from now on.
As you should.
She's about 5-6 yards off the 18-yard box.
So you're looking, say, 23 away from goal.
And, you know, to give her credit, she had to come off her line to make that save, but she's got to be a little bit more aware, have a little bit better awareness, if you will. And we've got a 5-person wall. And, John, it's safe to say, I think I smell a shot coming.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Here we go.
So let's see. 18 through the wall, just missed. Great idea from Union 10. Missed to the near post. A lot of traffic in front screening Heeb. But it goes wide of the near post, coming up on 12 to go. So the first yellow card of the season goes to the keeper from USC Upstate.
Yeah, it's one she's probably going to want back. She's not going to want to watch the film on that one, I guarantee it. Knocked out. It's going to be a Union 10 throw-in right at midfield.
Looking for Leathers.
Big clearance. Driver once again in the driver's seat.
I saw that coming.
Dylan Driver, 2 pink shirts in front. She cuts on the inside. Luckily, gets a foot in. Luckily there for Union 10. Emma Chapman gained possession for Decatur FC. Left foot shot. Didn't get what she wanted behind it, John. Routine save for the goalkeeper.
BG with the save. We're giving the South American treatment when it comes to names in some instances here tonight.
Oh, BG, well, now that's the best name forever.
4 on the floor on the turn into the middle, looking for Madeline Bell. Bell had connected with Lena Azizi, but here comes DECATUR once again, 5 yards up the left-hand side, now crossing center line. Just under 11 minutes to go, up 7-1.
Ania Collier, in no rush, drops it back to Borgelt. Borgelt taking advantage of that space in the midfield. Plays it back out to the left side to Collier. Collier has Wadsworth about 10 yards up that left line. She decides to go up through the middle, looking for Dylan Driver. Just not on the same page were those two ladies. Back in possession, Union 10.
BG with the pausa before trying to move it from the back line, looking for 4 on the floor.
Oobs with some incredible defense, stepping in, winning the ball back, but gives it away immediately, but somehow gets it right back, and this time gonna reset, dropping it back to Caitlin White. White's got plenty of options. She can go back to Oobs on the right. She chooses Borgelt in the middle of the park. Borgelt to Chapman. Chapman immediately pressured, drops it back to Caitlin White. White, defender from George Washington University. Here, men in the defense for the home team.
I cannot tell a lie. He's doing well tonight.
Thibodeau lays it off to Wadsworth. Wadsworth beats one lady, flying down the left side. Wadsworth puts it in the middle, headed away by Union 10 over the touchline. No, saving it. Big clearance there, but off that right side of the outside of the foot. Wait.
Yeah, once again, you see, looks like we're going to get a change for the home side. Carly Oobs.
Yeah, I think it's Gulafak who's going to check back in.
So Plano is out. Oobs is out.
Gulafak is in. And Smitowski.
Also returning, number 15, Kathleen Gulafak.
Contreras plays it out to the left side. Nice overlap here from Collier. Collier using that speed, manipulating that space, lays it off to Thibodeau. Thibodeau inside the 18, cuts it back, shot on goal, deflected. Back to the feet of Emma Chapman. She takes a touch, takes another one, opts against forcing anything through the middle, using the time and the clock at her advantage, drops it back to reset with the center backs. Back in possession, far left, Ania Collier. Nice shot fake, and, well, you know, you could say she was trying to find Dylan Driver. You could say she was going for a shot.
Well, you see an opening, and Rebecca Truitt was there to help defend, because in a situation like that, if you see an opening, you don't know. You don't know how the keeper, you don't know how BG is going to respond to the turf. You don't know what the hops are going to look like.
For
so,
sure.
You know, you sit there, you try something, and you get it's one of those why not moments.
Make the keeper take a test. White puts it through the middle, finding Thibodeau. One times it back to Collier. Collier finds Wadsworth on the left wing, cuts it inside, then lays it off to Thibodeau. Thibodeau, beautiful ball inside, back to Chimie. And cleared away by Union 10. Lots of quick passes here from Decatur FC. They've got 7, they want 8. El Chimie to Thibodeau. Nice movement there from Chapman, making herself available. Chapman dropping it back to Borgelt. Borgelt swings it over to the right side to Smitowski. Beautiful passing here. Contreras, one time to the right side to Gulafak. Gulafak lays it inside. Still bouncing inside the 18. Chapman wanted that pass from El Chimie. Maysoon El Chimie just didn't get enough on it to find Chapman, but Contreras back in possession, and that long shot was a shin knee, and it goes right into the arms of the Union 10 goalkeeper. Just under 7 minutes to go. Decatur FC welcoming Union 10 FC. Opening night, WPSL here in Decatur, Georgia. Drew Dickinson, John Nelson broadcasting
Check.
From the cheap seats, if you will.
Hey, look, if Harry Carey and Steve Stone can do it on WGN for the Cubs, why can't we here at Decatur High School? It's fun.
Incredibly
It's fun when it's not 90 degrees and matching humidity.
How about this beautiful breeze we got going on? Sun is trying to come down here, but I'll tell you what.
And a record attendance figure for Decatur FC.
Took the words right
night.
out of my mouth.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a throw-in in the corner here for the home team. Looking for Gulafak. She gets a right foot cross, deflected off of Union 10, and they're going to knock it out for a corner for the home team. Thibodeau will chase it down. She's in no hurry, John.
I think it was off of Catherine Bell. She was trying to defend toward the edge of the 6 on the near side to prevent the cross. And so we'll see what Decatur has in mind here.
You know, if Decatur FC is smart, they'll knock it right back here to Smitowski and use that clock to their advantage But Thibodeau's going to take this right foot corner. No knuckle, no bend, right to the head of El Shami, but it goes into the arms of the goalkeeper for Union 10.
BG with the easy grab, motioning everybody forward, under 5.5 to go.
I apologize. That header was from Contreras. Becky Contreras got her head on that one.
So BG up the right-hand side. Lying in wait as the defense is Olivia Leathers, who's now with the throw. Turn to Lena Azizi. Azizi with the pass, looking for Catherine Bell. Trying to go through the legs, once again looking for Bell on the return. DECATUR once again in possession right towards center line. Defense somewhat physical for Union 10, trying to win possession back, but now DECATUR up the left.
Diagonal run beautifully made from the central of the park from Dylan Driver. She's trying to keep the ball inbound. She still has possession. Driver has Thibodeau, the top corner of the 18, but she keeps the ball at her feet. Opts for Emma Chapman. Chapman, heavy touch, brings it down, maintains possession, keeps swinging over to the right side to Smitowski, the Georgia Southern Eagle. She went for a cross, but got a shot off instead. Routine save once again for the goalkeeper, but you like what you see from some of the ladies you don't expect to get many minutes in this season, but Smitowski here.
And once again, you know, you sit there and you see an opening. If there's space for you to go ahead and wind up and fire and see what happens, and it was judged very well by Mostowski.
I agree.
When it came to distance and pacing, and BG had to time the leap just right to make sure that you ended up with the save, now under 4 minutes to go.
Under 4 minutes to go, Decatur FC on top 7-1. 4-0 at halftime. 3-1 here in the second half as the ball's played in the corner, looking for Gulafak, knocked out of bounds by Union 10. I'm unsure if it's a corner or a throw, but it's Decatur FC ball in this right corner. It is a throw, and, you know, I'm going to say it. That was a foul throw, but of course, you know, I guess, John, I guess we're just going to throw foul, just throw those rules out of the, just put black lines through them.
So you're saying
like
that,
the
so
JFK.
you're saying so it's redacted is what you're saying?
You took the, yes.
It's redacted.
Throw in once again, this time to the
Throw
chest.
in rules redacted.
Just black lines through the books. Dylan Driver, top of the 18, beautiful ball, lays it across the middle to Thibodeau. Thibodeau, left foot shot deflected. Back in possession for the visitors.
Catherine Bell with the block. Coming up through the middle was Olivia Leathers, and chased down two Decatur FC players, getting it to Heeb. Heeb goes long, up and over the top.
Heeb will not make that mistake again.
And she probably won't hear the end of it either.
Bless her heart. Back in possession are the home team. Collier dropping it back to Borgelt. Borgelt so great on the ball, making this Union 10 offense chase. Still chasing with 2.5 to go in the game. Beautiful ball maneuver and body maneuvering there from Gulafak. Nice cut inside. But she goes outside and loses the ball, drops it back to Chapman. Chapman up the left foot shot, lays it off to Thibodeau. Thibodeau lays it off to Chapman, puts the ball back on her left foot. Decides to lay it off to Collier. Collier's got one already. Collier, beautiful switch all the way over to the right side to Smitowski. Smitowski, beautiful ball coming in from that corner. Diagonal run was Contreras. Goalkeeper making a great save nonetheless. Decatur FC, they are not slowing down, John.
No, BG with the save going full extensions. Mostowski hit it seemed like it was almost like an inside-out swing and had a bit of a slice to it. So it was curling to the far post, and BG keeping an eye on it. And now BG once again with a bit of a pausa.
I think what Smitowski did this last play is what she tried to do on that quote-unquote shot. She just didn't get her hip swung. Throw in taken by Collier right down the line, lifted a foot, but play on. Thibodeau back in possession here for Decatur FC. Finds Driver, she receives, turns, lays it off all the way over on the right side of the 18.
Third chance.
Smitowski, she's got plenty of time on the right side. She crosses, and this time, my
Big
gosh.
save by BG up and over the crossbar. Nicely done.
Maya Smitowski said, like John, third time's a charm, but BG said, corner for the home team.
Stone Cold BG cutting a promo. Is that where you at?
What?
Exactly. First time's Matowski.
Second time.
What? That's where I thought you were going. Corner here late. Official time kept on the field under a minute, heading to zeros at 45.
Matowski number 2. Oh, what a ball! Off the corner from the left side. Thibodeau finding the forehead of Becky Contreras, and that cements her hat trick on opening night for Decatur FC. Becky Contreras, hats off to you, ma'am.
That means a hat trick for number 6, Becky Contreras.
Thibodeau's had 4 or 5 different corners just in the last 20 minutes alone, all from the right side. She brings this one over to the left side. In swinger, Contreras, one time, back in the net. 8-1, Decatur FC.
Goal in the 6th, goal in the 26th, and now a goal at 90 plus. And so you end up with Contreras as our, I think it's safe to say Contreras is our player of the match tonight here on opening night in Decatur.
Absolutely, and we'll talk again about, before we do, Dylan Driver. She's been all over that back line of Union 10. She wants a goal bad. She carries in the 18, left foot shot, far post! Nice save from BG, able to crawl back and pick that one up just as Decatur FC was coming in to pick up the trash. And that's gonna do it for opening night here in Decatur, Georgia, as Decatur FC goes on to defeat the visiting Union 10 FC 8-1. John, what a night.
Goal by Contreras to start the onslaught in the 6th minute. Alshami in the 12th off a deflection to make it 2-0. Contreras in the 26th to make it 3. Collier in the 36th to make it 4. The assist to Alshami there, and that's where we were at the break. And Gulafak in the 50th minute made it 5-0. You end up with Wadsworth in the 53rd to make it 6. Plano to add a goal to her 2 assists on the night. And in the 55th, the 1 goal on the board, which was an absolute rocketing golazo from Hawara to make it 7-1 in the 66th, and then the goal by Contreras making it 8-1. That's your final score here on opening night in front of a record crowd, setting the marker at 2550 here in downtown Decatur. Yes.
Coming up next for Decatur FC, next match will be away on Sunday at Atlanta Fire United.
Yep.
And next Friday, May 30th, 7 p.m., right back here, Decatur High School, 7 p.m., UFA.
Then you go to Chattanooga on June 3rd to play at Fort Finley. Come back here on the 6th. 2 matches on the road in between. The home and home with Georgia Impact on the 15th and the 20th. Home match on June 20. Home match against Chattanooga FC to wrap the regular season on the 27th. Off to a big night tonight for Campbell Chapman and Decatur FC.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for the amount of time that we had. We really appreciate it. Please make sure to follow me on all social media platforms at Drewski Jr. 18 and follow John
At Cute Sports Guy and at OSG Nelson.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. And if we don't talk to you later tonight, we'll talk to you very soon. For Drew Dickinson, John Nelson, y'all have a good weekend.